Welcome, in this video we will see SQL injections on dvwa. If you have no idea about what is dvwa, that is damn vulnerable web application, do see previous videos where I have explained what is dvwa and demonstrated how to set up dvwa in Linux and Windows operating system. In this video we will see few manual SQL injections on dvwa. First, run xampp. Make sure Apache and MySQL is running. In browser, open dvwa, that is localhost /dvwa. Here login with user ID admin and password is password. Now we are in the home page of dvwa. Navigate to SQL injection. Input 1 into the text box and hit on submit. The web page prints ID, first name and surname to the screen. So this is PHP select statement that we will be exploiting, that is get ID equals to select first name last name from user where user ID equals to ID. We are going to specifically exploit this $ID. So now let's begin. After basic injection, let's try always true scenario. For that, input this one. This is basically always true scenario. The logical output of this is always true. And hit on submit. If it didn't work for you, go to setup or reset database and reset it. And again come to SQL injections and try it. And one more thing I want to remember is go to dvwa security and set the security level to low and submit. That may be one more reason if SQL injections are not working. So when you try this always true scenario, this is the kind of output we get. In this scenario, we are seeing display all the records that are false and all the records that are true. Like %apostrophe will probably not be equal to anything and will be false. And this 0 equals to 0 and close to it apostrophe is equal to true because 0 will always equal to 0. So this is how database statement work. MySQL select first name last name from user where user ID equals to this always true scenario, and the output we guessed is first name and surname whatever stored in database. The next SQL injection I want to try is to display database version. For that I will enter %apostrophe or 0 equal to 0 union select null version hash and hit on submit. Notice in the last displayed line for surname, the version of database is displayed. This is the version of the MySQL database of this website. Now the next SQL injection I would like to try is display database users. For that I will type %apostrophe or equal to 0 equals to 0 union select null user hash and hit on submit. Note in the last displayed line root@localhost is displayed in the surname. This is the name of the database user that executed behind the scene PHP code. Now one step further, the next we are going to do is display database name. For that %apostrophe or 0 equal to 0 union select null database hash. Notice in the last displayed line, dvwa is displayed in the surname. This is the name of the database. Now let's display all tables in information schema. For that, %apostrophe and 1 equals to 0 union select null table name from information schema dot tables hash, and I'll hit submit. Now we are displaying all the tables in information schema database. The information underscore schema is the information database, the place that stores information about all the other database that the MySQL server maintains. Now display all the user tables in information underscore schema. For that, %f' and 1 equals to 0 union select null table underscore name from information schema dot tables, where table name like user hash. I'll just enter that here in user ID and hit on submit. Now we are displaying all the tables that start with the prefix user in the information underscore schema database. Now let's go further to display all the column fields in information underscore schema user table. For that, %f' and 1 equals to 0 union select null concat table name 0x0a column name from information schema dot columns, where table name equals to users. Now we are displaying all the columns in the users table. Notice there are user underscore ID, first underscore name, last underscore name, user and password column. And the last one is display all the column field contents in the information underscore schema user table. For that, we are going to input %f' and 1 equals to 0 union select null concat first name 0x0a last name 0x0a password from users hash. I'll just enter it and hit on submit. Now we have successfully displayed all the necessary authentication information into this database. So that's all. What we did is SQL injection on dvwa, which is highly vulnerable to SQL injections. I would highly recommend you to try manual SQL injections on dvwa by yourself instead of trying on actual website. No doubt the kind of excitement one gets by trying SQL injection is completely different instead of trying on dvwa, but it's pretty important to have a core basics which you get by doing on dvwa. So that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video.